What do y'all? This is your boy Sheriff Speaks, and courtesy of Screen Rant once again. Shout out to Thomas Bacon for writing this article. We're now exploring, the possible questions as to how does Ant-Man escape the quantum realm in Avengers 4, aka Avengers Endgame. Now, as we last saw Scott Lang, he was stranded in the quantum realm now, and Thanos had succeeded in his insane goal of erasing half of all life in the universe with a snap of his fingers. And Scott's closest friends, the only ones who knew he was even exploring the quantum realm, and the ones who were about to extract him, crumbled to dust. Now it's been clear that Ant-Man would return in Avengers Endgame. But for everyone, for one thing, Marvel's been clear that there's a narrative thorough line between Avengers Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, and ultimately Avengers Endgame. Now, given that's the case, this fact they've chosen to leave Scott Lang alive inside the quantum realm suggested that he was going to be important somehow. That was confirmed when official Avengers 4 artwork showed Ant-Man working alongside the rest of Earth's surviving heroes, presumably working to either avert or undo the snap, officially known as the decimation. More recently, the first trailer for Avengers Endgame came to a close with a tantalizing scene in which Scott had escaped and he was attempting to get to the Avengers. Now, Scott's escape is tremendously impressive, especially when you remember that Janet Van Dyne was stranded in the quantum realm for 30 years before being rescued from it. So, just how did Scott Lang escape the quantum realm when Janet Van Dyne could not? So far, there are two possible clues. The first one is that when Scott entered the quantum realm in the post-credits scene, Janet gave him an important piece of advice. Don't get sucked into a time vortex, she told him. We won't be able to save you. Now, in science fiction, a time vortex, quote unquote, is usually an elaboration of Einstein's theories and is often used to travel through time and space. A scientist like Janet would know better than to jump into a time vortex in order to escape the quantum realm. She'd be well aware that she would end up anywhere in any when, potentially on any plane of existence. But Scott Lang isn't quite so smart. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that. I mean, maybe in this subject of quantum theory and things of that nature, but he still is a very intelligent man. I mean, the man got a degree in engineering and so forth. I mean, the guy's pretty damn smart, if you ask me. Just hasn't made the right decisions. But anyway, he's a lot clumsier and he's willing to take crazy chances. He would conceivably either stumble into a time vortex or actually choose to dive into one. It's worth remembering that Scott is wearing the Ant-Man suit, which means that if he winds up in the wrong place in time or space, he could simply shut down the regulators and shrink back down until he enters the quantum realm to try again with another time vortex. Very intelligent, a very nice and new idea. I never thought of it like that. Now, there's a second important clue. Though. In the Avengers Endgame trailer, he drives up to the Avengers compound in a very distinctive van. It's Hank Pym's, and it contains a portable quantum tunnel. Now, it's true that the post-credits scene of Ant-Man and the Wasp strongly implied that the quantum tunnel could only be operated from the outside, but it's not difficult to imagine the possibility that Pym had built a failsafe of some kind in case something went catastrophically wrong. It's quite possible. It's quite possible that van could still be in Ant-Man's way out of the quantum realm. It could be the way for Ant-Man to get out of the quantum realm. There you go. Now, at this stage, there's little concrete evidence to support either possibility. At the same time, though, the former is the most interesting, that there's an abundance of evidence supporting the notion that Avengers Endgame involves time travel. Now, that method would explain how Scott Lang was able to escape. If there's a time jump at some point, because like I said before, when I first did my review of the trailer, there were talks of there being some sort of time jump. So maybe that might be the case as well, or maybe it might be a combination of time travel and the time jump, if that makes any sense, metaphorically speaking. It would allow the Avengers to learn that time travel was possible, and the van could then become the means to get into the quantum realm and into the past. It's certainly the more attractive of the two theories, in that it fits with the little that's known about Avengers Endgame. All right, well, that's all it is right there, man. This has been your boy Share Speaks, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Let me know your theories about how do you think Scott Lang got out of the quantum realm. Let me know in the comment section below always. If you guys have any recommendations as to what videos you guys want to do next, aka requests, please let me know in the comment section. Please let me know in the comment section below. They're always welcome. They're always welcome. They always will be. This has been your boy Share Speaks, man. I love you guys. God bless. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe button. One love.